Amy from Amy's Traveling Shoes, and today I'm going to talk about something that I really love. As a kid, I used to love going to the beach with my parents in Florida, and we'd spend hours at the beach, and part of the time we'd walk along and just find beautiful shells that just captivated me as a kid. And then we'd go back and spread them all out on a table. My dad would teach me what the names were of each of the shells. And so this video is going to be about identifying shells on the Gulf Coast of Florida. One thing I want to tell you really fast is about this awesome bag that I found. I used to always collect my seashells in a grocery bag, but I found this awesome Hayden Reese bag that is mesh, and you put your shells in it and then you shake out the sand, and you don't have to bring all that sand home with you. And it's got a nice little wristlet, so it's super convenient for finding shells. So these are examples of some of the shells that you might find on the Gulf Coast of Florida. And this is one of my favorite shells. It's the olive shell, and you can find them really dark or really sort of washed out where they don't have many markings, but they're sort of unusual and a little bit hard to find, but they're really, really beautiful shells. These are scallops, and you can find them in many places along the Gulf Coast of Florida, and they come in many beautiful colors, from orange to pinks to browns to blacks to whites to yellows. Now this sweet shell is a lightning whelk, and you'll find these varying in sizes from large to actually quite small. These are cat's paws, kitten's paws, or tiger's paws. You'll hear them by different names, and it depends on the size and some of the variations in the shell as to which type it is. The Sunray Venus clam is one of my favorites to find just because it's got such beautiful markings on it. The two shells on the left are cirrets, and the three on the right are augurs, and they're all sort of uniquely shaped and fun to find. Calico clams have this really unique pattern on them, and they're really shiny shells. This shell is the Florida prickly cockle, and the next one is the giant cockle. They have a similar look to them, but they vary greatly in size and pattern on the outside of the shell. I always called this the Noah's Ark shell, but it's actually called the ponderous ark shell. These are a type of keyhole shell, and you can see most of them have the hole in them. Some of them it's a little bit filled in just from sediment. We've got some moon shells here, and also some coral, which you'll find along most coasts. And then finally a sweet little bubble shell. And these are just a few of the many types of shells you can find along the Florida Gulf Coast. And I recommend a website called iloveshelling.com. It has all the details and all the information about the different types of shells you can find. So that's it about the shells. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and please comment below with some of your favorite beach time memories.